Hello guys, welcome to episode An Orchid Tray a Day Keeps the Doctor Away. I already moved the tray into my kitchen so we can take a closer look at the orchids. Meanwhile, I just added on a bulbo, Elizabet and Buckleberry, nowadays called Cirrhopetalum.
Cirrhopetalum, Elizabet and Buckleberry. Look at the beautiful flowers. Aren't they amazing? They're really something. And it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't have a scent to it. Not a bad scent anyways.
It's very interesting, exquisite flowers. Loads of details. You take a closer look. And it's not in the way that Bulbophyllums are warm growers and do not require far too much humidity. So you do not need to have them in a terrarium or greenhouse or such. Here they are. Yeah. This gal, I thought, would be a more easy bloomer than the actual Bulbophyllum frostii. As you can see, as one of its parents. I forgot to do my homework on it. Emily, seed jurist, difficult name. That one I do not know anything about. I do not know if it grows large, if these flowers are large, if the flowers reminds you the slightest of the frostii. That doesn't seem to be a very bloom-willing candidate either. This one I got at the Orchid show, September 2019. It's almost 5 years ago. I got it from Rulke. Yeah. They were one of the vendors there. At the time, well, yeah, they still run the business under the name Rulke. Anyways, it was about this size. Little, tiny seedling when I got it. It's 5 times the size, or more, even. But no sign of any blooms. And I also have the frostii. No sign of any blooms. So, not so very bloom-willing. These two guys. But maybe one day, if well grown enough. Some orchids needs loads of time to mature. Its setup is, like always, coconut husk fiber, chips, perlite, moss, and charcoal. In May 21, 3 years ago, I bet the moss in there has degraded into 0 to none. Should be reported. The orchid itself, well, it's not blooming, but it doesn't look bad, does it? A few years ago, I was at the belief that these guys, they were almost immune to pests. But nowadays, I do not think so. That they do not appeal to them all that much either, so they're quite resilient. But I did see a couple of mealybugs on them. 3 of the orchids on this tray had mealybugs, which I spread from the tray next to it to my phalaenopsis tray. So that's why I'm gonna spray it with this orange oil for preventative causes only. I'm gonna spray all of them. Here we have another orchid, very well grown. It's one of the curling, you can see the curling tag, curling orders, Bulbophyllum Aratum, from April 21. I haven't been reported ever since. I bet I've reported all of my bulbos at a time in this setup. But you can see, it's been having some trouble with mealybugs, especially this orchid. But some time ago I sprayed it, and it seems to have been doing the trick. No sign of any mealybugs anymore. Oh, can see a little tendency, the beginning of the little spike there, and perhaps there as well. This one has been blooming before. This one has got yellow and white, beautiful little umbrella-shaped flowers. It bloomed 2 years ago, about in January, 2 years ago, for 11 days. So that was some kind of a record. Since bulbos never blooms for a very long period of time. 11 days, yeah, not so bad for a bulbo. The This one is going to be repotted after she's finished her blooming. That's for sure. 3 years is quite a long time for an orchid to stay in this water-retentive medium. So 15 days later, yeah, look, the Aratum managed to open up the flower spikes. Could be another one here, but no, well, we shall see. Looks very much alike, but very, very sticky with sap, almost like slime of some sorts. Very, very wet, and I did not spray them with water. Ooh, slime. A floral scent, not a bad scent, but only a floral, nondescript scent. It's about 3-4 centimeters. I don't know if we can spot a mealy to the center, can we? Or is it something else? Could be. Yeah, no, it should be a mealy. So, time to spray it again. As I said in my pest video, you need to keep up with the sprayings if you want to get rid of him. So I need to follow my own instructions. Yes. So important. So, and here's the other one, the other flower. Beautifully shaped. Beautifully, yeah, look at the slime. Ugh. Some kind of glue. But I do find them quite interesting. Coming up with 2 is not bad. I think it's lovely. How do I water them? Sometimes I use my sprayer, pump sprayer. Or I simply go over them as I do with all of the rest. Add on water, let it drip down to the tray, sometimes water twice, so the medium will be really, really saturated. Yes? And it gives a little bit of humidity as the tray is wet. Yeah? That is not, it's not distributing a whole lot of moisture around the area. Solely humbug, as we say. Yeah, look, we still have a mealy bug on this one, on my Mastersianum. New growth, new growth, new growth, new growth. This one is a heavy-duty plant. It bloomed recently, twice in a row, with 2 spikes. So you can see a spike, and it had another spike following, so very shortly. Unfortunately, the blooms aren't very, very long-lived, around 1 week, but they are very interesting to watch while they're opening up. Little bit day by day. Yeah, they're so adorable. This one has even got a scent, this Mastersianum, the species here. And that's not a bad scent, so they're known for smelling like rotting meat and such, to keep some pollinators away and attract others, yeah. That's the way they work. They're so intelligent, these orchids. Yeah, orchids in general, but mealybugs obviously likes them. I never saw that before, since I haven't had any mealybugs for many years, 10 perhaps. Look. Yeah. So, well, I'm not going to repot it today, as you probably guessed, but I'm going to spray it with this pesticide, orange oil. Works for mealybugs, it says, so why not? Let's try it out. And I'm also going to treat the tray next to it with my Phalaenopsis. Yes. Now we're going to see it in bloom. I think you're going to love the flowers. Bulbophyllum Mastersianum, a species Bulbophyllum orchid, is out. Took quite some time for her to develop her body into this beautiful flower. 3 inches across on this supposed to be 3 years or 2 years to flowering size orchid. So I can recommend this orchid to you guys. They can have a really, really nasty smell if you're unlucky. Deep orange with some red tinges to the edges. Well, beautiful blooms on the Mastersianum. Let's this one had 3 years to flowering size. Yeah, not long after it bloomed. So it's not always true in the web shops, especially for these guys. I've noticed they can bloom quite young. Yes, this orchid is from Orchid Centrum Wickman. Graveolens. I saw it at the show last year. They wanted €60 for it, this sized plant. And I said, well, I don't think so. I got this beautiful one for a lot cheaper price. This guy has been sitting here for 3 years as well. Wickman order. I think this was my first ever Wickman order. Wickman Orchidine in Germany. It needs to be repotted, but as you probably spotted already, I don't know what I did. At first, I hoped for this one to be a flower spike of some sorts, but well, no. It's rotting, and that's a very bad sign. So let's get this thing free from black. I was a little bit too fierce with the watering since I was going away during the weekend, and I added on water. Yeah. Now at least the black has stopped. Now let's add on a little bit of cinnamon. I think this one, it will only affect the form and shape of the leaf, the end of the leaf. This one might just as well form a lovely, this sized pseudobulb in the future. Anyways, maybe the medium. It's due to medium breaking down, so I should have repotted it earlier, but I didn't, so what can we say? Now, time to repot it. I think that the repotting on my Medusae, Bulbophyllum Medusae, I had a few. Each time I tried to repot them, they died on me, so maybe it only goes for the Medusae. Let's hope. Alright, a little bit of coconut husk fiber chips. I got them at the grocery store, yeah, garden section. Well, looks like this Eco Grip, yeah. So, comes in big chunks like this, big bricks. You need to add them into water and let them soak. Alright, I bet we need quite a lot of this. So, add on perlite. It's gonna be a very large mix. I need a lot. In other words, charcoal. And we do need a bit of moss. Old, ugly moss. I get rid of it once and for all. The old eBay moss. I've been talking about that moss before. Never, it's never finished. So, a lot of dust and stuff. Whoops. I cut my finger. I guess they're having some kind of birthday party on Sunday down here at the daycare center for children. Yeah, I've been adding a few times, complaining about the noise, but yeah. If you don't like it, move. They told me so. Yeah, all right. I said, yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you for the information. Anyways, this is going to be very difficult to work with. Yes, so I'm going to saturate it a bit with some water. Yes. It's more easy to work with, and you know exactly which amount you need. Alright, so it's not so much dust and everything. It's going to be really smooth to work with. So, that's great. Yeah, that's done. That's out of the way. Let us take a look at this orchid. It had excellent roots when I got it. I can read my notes. Very good roots. But it's outgrowing its pot. It's not going to last for very much longer. Yes. Look, this root system is still excellent after all this time. So, no dead roots. I cannot say. So I'm better take a risk and see what happens here. I'm going to wash it off. Yeah, it doesn't smell all that bad. It's a quite alright root system, of course. The old root system will be somewhat a little bit dead on the old pseudobulbs. It's only natural. So, here's a new pot. That's the old one. So, one more pseudobulb. Or two, perhaps. So, it's going to be a quite potted up, quite low down. Could be useful to get rid of this, actually. Get rid of this one. Yeah. But who would want to have an orchid with one pseudobulb? Yeah? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. It made the decision for me. So. That's not the best one, you can see. Maybe just toss it away. Alright, that problem's out of the way. Now we can look forward to seeing a good space for this orchid to grow on. So. It's quite shallow now, since it's so large. But, as we say, new medium will dry out faster. So you'll need to be on top of it with the watering. If you like to see this orchid develop as nicely in the future as well. Very, very sought after. This particular Graveolens. But likes it hot. Likes it in water retentive medium. Doesn't require loads of extra humidity. As long as you keep up with the waterings. It shouldn't be bone dry until you water it again. It should always be kept a bit damp at all times. These Bulbophyllums. Yeah, quite a lot damp. They will do better if you do not forget to water them. Too often. The plump pseudobulbs and stuff. They will immediately show signs of dehydration. So no worries. But that one I can just put there. Maybe it does something. No. I don't have the heart to throw it away. Alright. Graveolens. The most expensive one I've got. A little stake for support. Well, now it's been 15 days. Yes. That's a good thing about not uploading the videos immediately. That will make it possible to show you guys an immediate update. You can see the leaf that's been cut is continuously growing and not dropping, and the pseudobulb is forming in a normal way. Yes. And the edge to the leaf, the leaf tip, will always show signs of some damage, but at least there will be a leaf, normal sized leaf. Yes? So it stopped. The rounding process stopped. Yes? Goodly good. Yeah. This one you already saw needs to be repotted. Yeah, I changed my mind. Senne Frost. One of his parents is this frosty eye. We got that one too. This one was sitting in a cabinet. In a very, very, in a medium, which I didn't like, really. So, it's a growing stage. Quite dry, Forgot to water it. So now, let's make amends. It will plump up in no time. And this is the best specimen size I've seen of this particular one, the frosty eye. Had it for quite some time now from Rulke. It's from Vietnam, it says. So, I'm going to pot it up into this little one, yeah. First spray with orange oil, like usual, like this. Yeah. So, I'm going to bend it, the rhizome, so they will have a little bit more room now to develop some more pseudobulbs after this one. New growth there, so you can still grow on for 2 years. See too that you really, really get enough medium down into the pot here. So, otherwise it would dry out. That is so smooth and easy to work with. I love it. Here's the latest purchase. From Ecuador, Europe. Yes, latest purchase. It's Ambrosia. Been wanting that one for a long time. South of China and Nepal. Yeah, that one is so lovely. But I also got a couple of trays, yeah. But I mean, a couple of what do you call them? Baskets. Yeah, Rain, where are you? All right, it's quite big for it, but as you can see, 3 new growth. They will be growing out in that direction, in this direction, in this direction. So it's going to be quite wide. I believe that this one is going to remind us of this one in the future, but yeah, a bit tinier, but still not as small as you always see them in web shops. So I'm going to go out and see if I can find a brown one. Yeah. I have an issue with details. No, not really. Yeah, let's see if I got any on my balcony in the big box. If I do not, well, yeah, I do not. All right. Happy today. I found 2. Yeah, not 1 but 2. Really. So, same thing again. So let's see what they found it up in at the Ecuador. Yeah, there's some small grade bark, moss on top, very algae, and perlite. Yeah, okay. I think it's gonna love its new setup even more. So, especially when 3 new growth on the way. Yeah. Yes. So, it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to deal with that one later. Well, 15 days later, an update even for this one. Yes. Looks like it's having the time of its life. The repotting didn't affect this orchid the least. It's growing very, very rapidly. I couldn't be more satisfied with the results of the repotting. Hooray! I think this is what we're after. The small plant is quite fast turning into a monster plant. Yeah. Oh, yes, this one. It's not much to brag about. Lasciochilum from Malaysia. Yeah. No, I'm not going to try. I have a strange note on this guy. I don't know if this one carries the wrong tag, or it should be the Ornatissimum instead of Lasciochilum. But obviously, it bloomed 6 months after I bought it from Rulke themselves, Mr. Rulke, as a very, very tiny seedling in a very, very tiny pot. Yeah, buy 6 seedlings for €30 such. They had quite a lot of good deals out there at the time. If this one is the right one, it had amazing flowers. Looked a little bit like the Fascinator. Yeah, Fascinator. I haven't repotted this one for 3 years, so it's time to do it. Yeah, very, very dry as well. So, not very, but a bit dry. So, well, repotting time today. Later on. Here's another one, quite new acquisition. Palawanense. Very beautiful flowers on this one. Yes. Yeah, it's quite new. Haven't had this for more than 6 months. But look, it's growing amazingly fast, I'd say. But I do not really fancy this. But it's been putting out another new growth from where I didn't expect. So, yeah. But I'm not going to touch this orchid. Only add on a little bit of medium to the top here, so the roots will go down and won't dry out. So that's all I'm going to do, and add on this orange oil in case of nastiness lurking. So, yet another one, quite new, Bicolor, from November 23 order from Sweater. Should have pink and white colors. Bi stands for 2, yeah, Bicolor. It's a miniature one. See, I'm not sure that I I agree. I don't think this is a miniature. But, well, we have our own preferences, I believe. So, do not need to be repotted yet. Just look for mealies. So, nothing spreads. Yeah, all right. Not the fastest of growers, but maybe that's why they call it miniature. They've never seen a well-grown one, obviously. No, just kidding. Yeah. And one of the loveliest of them all, yeah. And the most difficult one, I think. In September, it will be 2 years. From Brandorf Orchidine. I think it's in Denmark. Odense. Yeah, so almost 2 years, but it's been blooming a couple of times, yeah. But it should be, yeah, I need to put it into a larger pot. I think this one is wider. Graveolens one. Yeah, this one's going to be repotted. But it carries lovely, lovely, lovely flowers. You can see the beautiful shape and the lovely patterning and coloration and the color combination. I think it's, yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, you can see. It's not so bad, really. So, as this one is a very, very finicky one, I'm going to be very careful with it. Let's see. Yeah, this one's got a bit of moss, more moss than I normally add. I don't know why, but yeah, I actually added a lot of moss. But, yeah, I think it's satin moss when I got it, so that's why I tried to replicate it. But I think it's 2 plants in here. Let's hope she can cope with it being repotted. She's so finicky. We shall see. Yeah, I think no, it's not. It's just the rhizome that I bent, yeah, to make it a smaller orchid, in a way, not so wide. Let's see now. It's a good thing new growth comes. I wanna see too that the new growth will get some proper space. So that's good. That's a good thing with bulbos. You can twist and turn the rhizome in any direction you please. Yeah? So now I'm going to have better space here for this one, growing on. A couple of new bulbs. As well as for this one. Yeah? Trying to create good space for both new bulbos here. So they both can grow on nicely. Not only one of them. So, goodly good. And a little stake will hold her up. So now. More flexible. Looks better, don't you think? Yeah. And I sprayed it with orange oil, of course, my new favorite. Well, why not make the very same 15 days later update for the Guttulatum as well? I don't know if I even show you guys the tag. Well, I need to put down a little comment, yeah? But look. New growth is growing very fast. New roots forming nicely. Nothing there yet, but it certainly is the new pseudobulb, the one it bloomed from. So there will be another pseudobulb when autumn arrives, I think. So, looks very promising. So, yeah, you know the drill, I believe. These are to be repotted, and now you know how it's done, how I do it. So, if you haven't tried these guys out, I would encourage you to do so. It's really not that difficult. Look, flowers comes out there. So they have very, very different ways of flowering. It's a very interesting genus, I think. Loads of diversity, both in flowers, size of the flowers and size of the plants. but one thing in common: loads of warmth and loads of water. When it comes to fertilization, it's a little bit on each watering. I will not exaggerate for these guys with a very, very excessive amount of fertilizer, since the seedling is quite water retentive to medium, and there will be build-up, alright? So a little bit more careful when sitting in this kind of medium. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that will return for some more episodes. I will never give up. I'm going to keep on going. Yeah, alright. Take care, bye-bye. Give a like and subscribe. Yeah.